All right, so get this. We're going deep on ice water hacks for weight loss.
Yeah,
It might sound a little out there, I know, but there's real science behind it.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
are you ready to kind of chill out and slim down?
I am.
Okay, perfect.
Let's do it.
All right, so basically the idea is that your body burns calories just to warm up.
That's right.
It's called thermogenesis.
Yeah, thermogenesis.
And even simple things like drinking ice water can kickstart that process.
Exactly.
We've got some fascinating research and recipes lined up, but first things first.
Okay.
Does this ice water thing actually work? I mean, does it really help with weight loss?
Well, let's see what the research says. One study found that drinking about 500 milliliters of ice water can burn roughly 17 calories.
Okay.
Now, 17 calories might not sound like a lot,
Yeah.
but those little burns can definitely add up if you're consistently drinking ice water throughout the day.
Right. It's like those little things you do that can make a difference over time.
Exactly. It's those small changes that add up.
And what's really interesting is that ice water has other benefits beyond just burning those few extra calories.
Absolutely.
Like staying hydrated,
Yeah.
which is super important for digestion and can even help your body metabolize fat more efficiently.
That's right. Proper hydration can actually help you control those cravings.
Really?
Yeah, because we often mistake thirst for hunger. So reaching for a glass of ice water before you eat can make you feel fuller,
Oh, that makes sense.
and you'll naturally eat less.
So it's like a 2-for-1.
Exactly.
You're hydrating and you're helping to manage your portions.
Yeah, and on top of that, the coldness of the water can actually stimulate digestion,
Oh, wow.
which further supports healthy weight management.
Okay, so we're not just talking about a few extra calories burned here.
No,
We're talking about creating a healthier internal environment overall.
absolutely.
So how can we actually incorporate this ice water magic into our lives?
Well, one simple way is to start your day with a glass of ice water.
I like that.
It's like a refreshing wake-up call for your metabolism,
Yeah, definitely more invigorating than lukewarm water first thing in the morning.
for sure.
What other easy strategies can we use?
Well, drinking ice water before meals, like we talked about.
Okay.
It's a great way to harness that feeling of fullness and prevent overeating.
Right.
And of course, swapping out sugary drinks like soda and juice with ice water is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You're cutting out empty calories and hydrating at the same time.
Win-win.
It is.
Okay, and don't forget about post-workout recovery.
That's right.
Replenishing with ice water not only feels amazing after a good sweat session, but it also helps with muscle recovery.
Absolutely. It's essential for rehydration.
Okay, so we've covered the basics.
Yeah.
Are you ready to take it up a notch?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's explore some more intense ice hacks.
Okay, let's talk about cold showers and baths.
Good.
I know it might sound a little daunting,
Yeah.
but the idea is that exposing your body to cold temperatures
Okay.
can activate brown fat.
Brown fat. What is that?
Well, it's a type of fat that, unlike the white fat we usually think of, is actually metabolically active.
So it burns calories to generate heat.
Exactly.
It's like turning up your internal calorie-burning furnace.
That's a great way to put it.
I'm intrigued, but I have to admit I'm a bit skeptical. Does it really work?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's an area where more research is definitely needed.
Okay.
Some studies suggest that regular cold exposure can increase brown fat activity and potentially boost your metabolism. There's even research looking into whether different types of cold exposure, like cold showers versus ice baths, have different effects on brown fat.
So there are nuances to this.
There are.
Okay.
So while more research is needed, there's definitely potential here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about those targeted ice packs
Yes.
I've seen people using?
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that spot reduction with ice?
That's another one that people are really curious about. The theory is that applying ice packs to specific areas can potentially enhance fat burning in those spots.
Okay.
However, the evidence to support this is still limited. More research is needed to understand the true effects.
So while those methods might need further investigation,
All right.
the good news is that simply drinking ice water is already a solid step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Now I want to address something I've seen online.
Yeah.
Overnight weight loss with ice hacks.
Good.
Is that even remotely possible?
This is where we need to manage expectations and separate fact from fiction.
Okay.
Losing a significant amount of weight overnight just isn't physiologically possible.
Right.
It's a process that takes time and consistent effort.
That makes sense. But are there any benefits to incorporating ice hacks before bed, even if it's not about overnight weight loss?
Absolutely. Think of it as setting yourself up for success.
Okay.
Taking a cold shower before bed, for example, can actually do wonders for your sleep quality. Yes, Research has shown that cold exposure can help regulate your body temperature, leading to deeper, more restful sleep.
And good sleep is crucial for overall health and weight management.
It is.
Okay, so we're swapping those warm, cozy showers
Yeah.
for an invigorating cold blast before bed.
It might take some getting used to.
What about drinking ice water before bed?
Okay.
Any advantages there?
Believe it or not, yes.
Okay.
Drinking ice water before bed can actually aid digestion and potentially reduce bloating.
Oh,
You might wake up feeling lighter and less puffy.
interesting. So it's not about magically shedding pounds overnight,
No.
but more about setting the stage for a healthier, more comfortable night's sleep and waking up feeling refreshed.
That's right.
What about applying ice packs before bed? Any potential benefits there?
While applying ice therapy to specific areas before bed may not directly burn fat, it could temporarily tighten the skin and reduce any lingering puffiness.
Okay.
This might give you a subtle sculpting effect, which could be a nice little confidence booster when you wake up.
So no drastic overnight transformations, but some subtle yet real benefits that contribute to a healthier lifestyle.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about this ice hacks diet that's been popping up everywhere.
Sure.
Is it an actual structured diet plan?
Not quite.
Yeah.
It's not about strict restrictions or rigid rules.
Okay.
It's more about a clever approach to strategically, including ice water and cold foods throughout your day.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's more of a mindset shift than a strict diet.
Right.
Can you give us some concrete examples of how this ice hacks diet works in practice?
Our sources suggest starting your day with a refreshing glass of ice water with a squeeze of lemon alongside a protein-packed smoothie.
I love that.
Yeah,
Those sound like perfect summer meals.
they do.
What about dinner ideas?
For dinner, consider a lighter meal, maybe with a cold soup or a smoothie to keep things cool and refreshing.
Okay.
And for snacks, you can't go wrong with frozen fruits like berries and watermelon. They're not only hydrating, but also packed with nutrients.
Those are some great ideas. I'm already feeling cooler just thinking about those options.
I know, right?
But what I'm really excited about are the recipes.
Okay, let's hear it.
We got some specific ice water recipes from our sources that are designed to be both delicious and effective.
I'm all yours.
First up, we have the Ice Detox water. It's incredibly simple to make. It calls for a liter of cold water, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, the juice of 1 lemon, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
That one's for those who like a little kick.
It is.
The combination of apple cider vinegar and cayenne pepper has long been believed to aid digestion and potentially boost metabolism.
I've heard so much about apple cider vinegar.
too?
People swear by it for everything from gut health to weight management.
Yeah, it's got quite the reputation.
What does the research say about those claims?
There's actually a growing body of research supporting those claims.
Really?
Studies have shown that apple cider vinegar can help improve insulin sensitivity, which plays a key role in regulating blood sugar levels and may contribute to weight management.
Wow.
It also has antimicrobial properties, which can be beneficial for gut health.
Fascinating. And what about the cayenne pepper? Does it really have fat-burning properties?
Cayenne pepper contains a compound called capsaicin,
Oh,
which is known for its thermogenic effects.
Oh.
What this means is that it can temporarily increase your metabolism and help you burn a few extra calories.
So while it's not a magic solution, it could give your metabolism a little nudge.
Exactly.
And when you combine those potential benefits with the refreshing lemon and cold water, you've got yourself a drink that's both flavorful and potentially functional.
Absolutely. It's all about finding those little things that make you feel good and might give you a little boost.
I love that perspective. And remember, consistency is key. It's not about trying this once and expecting a miracle. It's about incorporating it into your daily routine and embracing the cumulative effects of those healthy choices.
Couldn't agree more.
It's about those small, sustainable changes that over time can make a big difference.
Exactly. Small changes add up.
Now, I want to shift gears a bit and circle back to something we touched on earlier, cold exposure and brown fat.
Okay.
You mentioned that research is still ongoing, but the potential is fascinating.
It really is. Brown fat is truly remarkable. Unlike white fat, which is primarily focused on storing energy, brown fat actually burns energy to generate heat, acting like a built-in calorie-burning furnace.
That's incredible. So how do we activate this brown fat superhero?
That's where the cold exposure comes in.
Okay.
When you expose your body to cold temperatures, whether through cold showers, ice baths, or even just spending time in a cool environment, it can stimulate brown fat activity.
So we're essentially giving our brown fat a wake-up call.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is there a specific temperature we need to reach to trigger this response?
there isn't a magic number, but research suggests that temperatures around 60 degrees Fahrenheit or about 15 degrees Celsius can be effective in activating brown fat.
Okay.
Of course, it's important to listen to your body, not push yourself too far too fast.
Right,
Start
yeah.
gradually and see how you feel.
That makes sense. And I imagine the duration of cold exposure matters as well?
Definitely begin with short bursts of cold, like a few minutes in a cold shower, and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. You don't have to go to extremes. Even short periods of cold exposure can have beneficial effects.
It's all about finding that sweet spot where you challenge yourself without overwhelming your body.
That's the key.
I know cold showers aren't for everyone.
Right.
Are there other ways to activate brown fat besides taking the plunge?
Absolutely. There's exciting research exploring alternative methods for stimulating brown fat activity, including targeted therapies and even specific types of foods.
Oh, wow.
However, one readily available and potentially effective method is exercise.
Really? So working out can help activate brown fat?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Studies suggest that exercise, particularly high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, can increase brown fat activity. The theory is that the intense bursts of activity followed by short recovery periods might trigger a similar response to cold exposure.
That's fantastic news. So not only is exercise great for our overall health and fitness, but it could also be giving our brown fat a boost.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation.
It is, and it just goes to show that there are so many different approaches to weight loss and overall wellness.
There are.
It's about finding what works for you, embracing healthy habits, and enjoying the journey.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I love that it's not about deprivation or extremes. It's about making sustainable choices that support a healthier and more fulfilling life.
Absolutely.
Now, as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive into ice water hacks, I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
What stands out to you so far?
Well, you know, it really fascinates me is how we often overlook the simplest solutions. Like, we get so caught up in these complex or trendy approaches,
Yeah,
and we forget about the basics,
it's true.
like ice water.
Yeah.
It's readily available, it's
Yeah.
inexpensive, and yet it has so much potential to impact our health.
It's so easy to get distracted by the latest fads and forget about the power of simple, natural strategies.
Exactly.
And speaking of trends,
Yeah.
I want to address this idea of achieving significant weight loss overnight using ice hacks.
Yeah.
Is that even realistic?
Well, the allure of quick fixes is powerful, and unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation out there preying on that desire for instant results.
That's true.
While some of the overnight benefits we've discussed, like reduced bloating or a temporary tightening of the skin,
Okay.
might make you feel lighter or look slightly more toned, those effects don't translate to actual fat loss.
Right. It's important to manage expectations and understand that sustainable weight management is a journey,
It is.
not a destination.
Absolutely.
It's not going to happen overnight.
No, it takes time.
It requires consistent effort, healthy habits,
Yeah,
and a realistic perspective on what's achievable.
exactly. It's
Well-
about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being, not just chasing temporary changes.
Right. It's not a quick fix.
Right.
It's about making those changes that you can stick with.
Habits like reaching for a glass of ice water instead of a sugary drink, or incorporating those cold showers into your routine, those are the things that truly make a difference over time.
Yeah. I love how adaptable these ice hacks are.
Me too.
You can tailor them to your preferences and lifestyle.
Yeah, 'cause-
Feeling adventurous.
Yeah,
Try a cold plunge in the morning.
go for it.
Prefer a more gentle approach? Start your day with a glass of ice water with lemon?
Exactly.
There are so many options.
There are so many options.
It's not one size fits all.
That's the beauty of it. It's
Yeah.
not a one-size-fits-all approach, but a toolkit you can personalize
Yeah.
to fit your needs and goals.
I love that. And you know what?
Yeah.
You might even discover some new favorite ice-cold recipes along the way.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of recipes,
Yeah,
we have another one from our sources that I think our listeners will enjoy.
let's hear it.
It's for a fat-burning water
Okay.
that has a reputation for supporting digestion and boosting metabolism.
I love those kinds of recipes. Let's break it down. This recipe calls for a liter of cold water, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, the juice of 1 lemon, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
I realize cayenne pepper might sound a bit intense for some,
Little kick.
but it adds a subtle kick
Right.
and is believed to have thermogenic properties.
Interesting.
Apple cider vinegar has been touted for its health benefits for ages.
It has.
People use it for everything,
Yeah.
from soothing digestive issues to supporting weight management.
It's like a cure-all.
What does the research say about those claims?
Well, there's definitely some promising evidence emerging.
Okay.
Studies suggest apple cider vinegar may help regulate blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity. This can be particularly beneficial for weight management, as it helps prevent those energy spikes and crashes that can lead to cravings and overeating.
So it helps stabilize things.
It does.
Okay.
It's also been shown to have antimicrobial properties,
Okay.
which may contribute to a healthier gut microbiome.
That's great. And what about the cayenne pepper? Does it live up to its reputation as a fat-burning ingredient?
Cayenne pepper contains a compound called capsaicin, which has been shown to have thermogenic effects.
Oh.
It essentially gives your metabolism a temporary boost, helping you burn a few extra calories.
So it's not a magic weight loss solution,
Right.
but it could be a helpful tool when used as part of a balanced approach to health and wellness.
Exactly.
And combined with the potential benefits of apple cider vinegar and the refreshing lemon, this fat-burning water seems like a tasty way to enhance a healthy lifestyle.
It does. It's all about incorporating these ingredients and practices into a holistic approach to well-being.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's not about relying on any single element as a miracle cure.
No magic bullets.
Remember, consistency is key when it comes to building sustainable, healthy habits.
Couldn't agree more. It's those small, consistent choices that add up over time.
Right. And it's not always easy,
It's not.
but it's worth it.
It is.
Now, I want to revisit the topic of cold exposure and its potential effects on brown fat activation.
Okay.
You mentioned that research is still ongoing,
Yeah.
but the idea is captivating.
It is.
Can you elaborate on what makes brown fat so unique?
Brown fat is truly a fascinating type of fat cell.
Okay.
Unlike white fat, which is primarily focused on storing energy, brown fat has the remarkable ability to burn energy to generate heat. It's like having a tiny internal furnace
Okay.
that helps regulate your body temperature.
So cool.
It is pretty cool.
So how do we awaken this internal furnace and encourage our brown fat to work its magic?
Well, cold exposure seems to be the key.
Okay.
When you expose your body to cold temperatures, whether it's through cold showers, ice baths, or even just spending time in a cooler environment,
Right.
it can trigger brown fat activity.
It's like we're giving our brown fat a wake-up call.
Exactly.
Is there a specific temperature range that's most effective for activating brown fat?
While research is still exploring the nuances of brown fat activation, studies suggest that temperatures around 60 degrees Fahrenheit or about 15 degrees Celsius can be effective in stimulating brown fat activity.
Oh, okay.
Of course, it's crucial to listen to your body and find what feels comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Start gradually and avoid pushing yourself to extremes, especially if you're new to cold exposure.
That makes perfect sense. Gradual adaptation is key when it comes to any new health practice.
It is.
Now, I know cold showers aren't everyone's cup of tea.
Right.
Are there other methods for activating brown fat besides taking the plunge?
Absolutely. Researchers are exploring various approaches to stimulate brown fat activity, including targeted therapies and even the potential role of certain foods.
Wow.
However, one readily available and potentially effective method is exercise.
Really, exercise can help activate brown fat.
Yes.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Studies suggest that exercise, particularly high-intensity interval training, or HIIT,
Okay.
can increase brown fat activity. The theory is that those intense bursts of activity followed by short recovery periods might mimic the effects of cold exposure,
Interesting.
triggering brown fat to kick into gear.
That's amazing news. So not only is exercise beneficial for our overall health and fitness, but it could also be giving our brown fat a boost.
Exactly.
Talk about a win-win situation.
It highlights the interconnectedness of our bodies and the powerful impact lifestyle choices can have on our well-being.
Right, we're not just a bunch of isolated systems.
Hold on.
Everything's connected.
Everything's connected.
I'm starting to see a theme emerge here. It's not about searching for that one magic bullet or quick fix. It's about embracing a holistic approach to health that includes a variety of healthy habits and practices.
That's a great way to put it.
It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your unique needs and goals.
Exactly.
And sometimes those seemingly simple solutions, like incorporating ice water or exploring cold exposure, can have a surprisingly significant impact on our overall well-being.
I think so too.
As we delve further into these ice water hacks, I'm struck by the idea that it's not just about the physical effects. There's a mental component as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you noticed that connection in your research?
Definitely the mind-body connection. is a powerful force. Like think about the sensory experience of drinking ice water.
Yeah.
That immediate cold shock
Right.
can actually increase alertness and focus. That's almost like a mini reset for your brain.
I can see that. I've noticed that when I'm feeling sluggish or tempted to reach for an unhealthy snack, a glass of ice water can really snap me out of it.
Exactly.
It helps me refocus.
The simple act of self-care
Yeah.
that helps you stay on track.
And when we prioritize those little things, those acts of self-care,
Right.
we see how they can ripple out and influence other areas of our lives.
Absolutely.
When we take care of our physical health, we're more likely to make healthy choices in other areas as well.
It's all connected.
It's not just about weight loss and isolation.
Yeah.
It's about holistic approach to health that nourishes both the body and the mind.
That's a great way to put it.
It's fascinating how something as simple as ice water can play a role in that.
I know, right? It's a reminder that we don't always need complicated solutions or expensive gadgets to achieve our health goals.
Right.
Sometimes the most effective tools are the ones that are readily available and easy to incorporate into our daily lives.
Absolutely. It's about embracing the power of simplicity and consistency.
For sure.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive, I want to circle back to the concept of thermogenesis.
Okay.
We've learned that our bodies burn calories to regulate temperature.
Right?
And even those seemingly insignificant actions like drinking ice water can contribute to that process.
It's amazing how our bodies are constantly working.
I know, it's incredible.
Even when we're not really thinking about it.
What other everyday activities might be burning more calories than we realize?
That's a great question.
Right.
We often underestimate the energy expenditure of things like fidgeting,
Okay.
walking, or even just standing up.
So it's not just about those dedicated workout sessions.
Right.
It's about those little movements throughout the day.
Exactly. It all adds up.
It really highlights the importance of staying active throughout the day.
It does.
Even if you can't commit to a structured workout, incorporating more movement into your routine can make a difference.
Those little bursts of activity can add up over time.
So whether it's taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking during your lunch break,
Yeah.
or even just tapping your feet to your favorite music,
Love it.
those small movements all contribute to a more active lifestyle.
It's about finding ways to stay energized and engaged, both physically and mentally.
Absolutely. And that's what I find so compelling about our exploration of these ice water hacks.
Me too.
It's not just about a specific technique or a quick fix.
No.
It's about sparking curiosity, empowering ourselves to make informed choices, and appreciating the incredible resilience and adaptability of our bodies.
I think that's a great takeaway.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought. What small changes can you make today to embrace a healthier and more vibrant you?
Remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction.
That's a great way to put it. Stay cool, stay curious, and keep exploring the amazing world of health and wellness.
We'll see you on our next deep dive.